Lesson 9.3, trigonometric functions of any angle. Our essential question. How do you evaluate trigonometric functions of any angle? And find and use reference angles to evaluate trigonometric functions. Standard 9.3, number 3, finding reference angles. Today we're going to be doing the reference angles when they are in radians. So remember, if you're in quadrant 2, your angle would have been here, but the reference angle is asking how close are you to the closest x-axis. Since we're in radians, our answers are now going to be in radians. If your angles in quadrant 3 meant that you traveled all the way around, but I want to know how close are you to the closest x-axis. Since today's radians, that answer is going to be in radians. Same with quadrant 4. If you traveled all the way around and your angle landed here, I wanted this reference angle in radians. Today's all about radians. So 5 pi over 3. So here is my area model. Here is my unit circle. This is where my initial side is, and I need to find where 5 pi over 3 is. Remember, 5 pi over 3 was just a simplified version of the sixths that we had separated this into. So this was the same thing as 10 pi over 6. When we remember remember that that's when we divided these into 6 equal parts. So these were all the 6. That was 1 6, 2 6, 3 6, 4 6, 5 6. And this would have been 6 6. And so we had to keep going past that. So this side also had to be broken up into its sixths. So this would have been 7, 8, 9. This would have been ending up your 10 pi sixth, which is your 5 pi thirds. So we are being asked, how close are you to the closest x-axis? So you went all the way around and you landed right here. So we wanted to know, how close is this to the closest x-axis right here? This would have been 11 6, and this would have been 12 6. So I am 2 whole sections of sixths away, which meant I am actually a pi third whole away. That is my reference angle. Negative 7 pi over 9. So here is my unit circle. We're supposed to start right here. I know that this is going to be a full negative pi rotation. And if you go all the way around again, this is going to be a negative 2 pi rotation. This number right here is very close to a whole negative pi. It's 2 areas away from the whole negative pi. So we know that we are going to be ish right here. It traveled this way. It was 2 more away. How do I know it was really 2 more away? Because I would have needed to gone another negative, because we're trying to get here. We're not even a whole 1 yet. To get to this 1, I would have needed to have traveled a negative 2 more of those ninths to get there. So this would have been my reference angle. So if you added these two together, I finally got to the negative pi I was trying to get to. Our next one, here is my unit circle. This unit circle is split up into fourths. Now remember, that was this half up here split into fourths. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my 4. The other side would look the same. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So my fourths. I'm looking for the 15th one. So this would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Finally landed on the 15th fourth. So this would have been right here. So my initial side, I saw I had to go all the way around, and then I finally found it right here on the 15th one. So how close am I to the next x? Right here, how close am I? I would have just counted 1 more fourth to get here. So my reference angle is 1 more fourth. I would have landed right there if I traveled just 1 more. 15/16. So here's my unit circle. This is my initial side. This is one we're going to have to think through because we can't split this circle into 16 equal parts. But 15 over 16 is really close to 1. Where does 1 pi live? 1 pi lives right here. So that means that our 15/16 is almost close to pi. It would have traveled to get here, and it would have been this close to the pi. Well, how close to a full 1 is it? It's just 1/16 off. So my reference angle is 1/16 pi off. 27 pi over 10. Here is my unit circle, and here is my initial side. We're going to have to think through this one. So 27 pi over 10. What is this really close to if I wanted to make it a whole number? This is really close to 30 pi over 10, which if you were to simplify that, it is really close to 3 pi. Well, where would 3 pi live? If I went halfway around the circle, I would have been at pi. Another half would have landed me at 2 pi. 3 pi would have been right here. So I'm really close to 3 pi. I am not there, but I am very close to 3 pi. So I went all the way around, and then I stopped right here. I didn't quite make it to 3 pi. If I had made it to 3 pi, that is my reference angle. Remember, 3 pi was the 30. So how far off am I from the 30? I was 3 of those tenths pi off from making it to my full 3 pi.